if you're looking for an easy, cheap way to go from this to this, then you have found the right video. Today we are going to show you the exact steps to follow to grow your own beautiful begonia from seed. Make sure you watch the whole video for some expert tips and useful hacks to achieve the best growing conditions for your young begonia seedlings. We will also share our free ebook with you. With that in mind, let's get started. When in flower, bees and other pollinators just love begonias and help give us seed by pollinating the flowers as they move between the blooms. Begonias are known as monoecious dicots. This means each plant will have a combination of male and female flowers. This highlights the importance of pollinators like the honeybee as they transfer pollen from the anthers of the male flowers to the stamens of the female flowers. After pollination, the once bright flowers turn brown and papery. This is the time to harvest the seed. Gently cut off the seed pods and keep them in a sheltered pot so the wind doesn't blow away the precious seed. Once you have gathered your seed pods, you can start gently breaking them apart to reveal the seeds inside. You can see here just how many tiny brown seeds are produced by a pod from a single flower. Keep a piece of paper or container under the pods to catch all your seeds. As the seeds are very small, it is best to do this indoors away from any gusts of wind. As the begonia seed are extremely tiny, you need to make sure the growing medium you use is very fine with no large chunks of material. We used a medium made up of coir, perlite and vermiculite to fill up large flat seed trays. Give the medium a gentle pat with your palms to create a flat surface. You can also give the medium a light soaking before you sow the seed. To make the sowing process as simple as possible, get yourself an A4 piece of paper, fold it in half lengthwise, and then seal the one side while you fold the point into the other. Gently pour your begonia seed into this envelope. To ensure you sow the seed evenly, gently shake the envelope so the seed slowly trickles out. Make horizontal, vertical and diagonal passes a few times over to ensure even coverage. After a second round of gentle watering, you can label your trays and move them to a warm, humid spot. We kept our seed in a mist bed where they received a 20-second misting every hour or so. If you don't have access to facilities like this, check out this simple hack. Instead of using flats to sow your seed, recycle a veggie punnet. Punnets with plastic lids like these ones make great makeshift mini greenhouses. If your punnet is made from cardboard, give it a good soak before you fill it with your germination mix. Gently moisten the medium and sow your seed in the same method we showed you earlier. Then simply place the lid back on your punnet and you have just created a useful little greenhouse for your future seedlings. Keep your punnet in a sunny area out of direct sunlight. You can either water the seed every few days just before the soil dries out, or you can sit your punnets in a water bath. After about 2 weeks in the mist bed, this is what our trays looked like. The begonia seed germinated to create a fine layer of moss-like greenery, and after 6 weeks this is what the seedlings had grown into. At this time, you can think of transplanting your seedlings so they have more room to grow and develop. To do this, we filled some trays with the same medium. Using a pair of tweezers, pull out a clump of soil. You can either gently tease apart the root system of larger seedlings, or plant a single clump into a cell in the tray. As these grow, you can divide them later if you want to plant them into individual containers.
I wake up in the morning in this great blue state. Golden fingers caress my face. Slips through the window on a silky breeze. A dreamer's line to plant some seed. She's my believer, healing all my doubts. A lighted mirror, reflecting out every true potential. A bedrock belief, an elaborate plot to set this bird free. Every element
And that's the basics of growing begonia plants from seed. If you want to take your skills to the next level, take note of these tips. Tip 1. As you saw, begonia seed are extremely small. Begonias are light-sensitive plants and need light to germinate. Therefore, it is extremely important that you do not cover your seed once they are sown. This also highlights the importance of having a flat surface made up of a fine growing media, because if your seed fall too deep into any holes, they will not be able to grow. Tip 2. Begonia seed are very water sensitive and require a wet environment to germinate. Therefore, you must make sure the medium is kept in an almost saturated state. This is why it is important to either use automated mist irrigation or our mini greenhouse hack to prevent water loss. Tip 3. Begonia are tropical perennial plants. This means they require warm temperatures to germinate. To start germination, the ambient temperature must be at least 22 degrees Celsius. To ensure rapid and even emergence, air temperatures of 28 degrees Celsius for 5 to 7 days will be required. This can be reduced to 25 degrees Celsius thereafter until seedlings emerge. Tip 4. When you transplant your larger seedlings, they can no longer rely on the nutrients reserved in their seed and first set of leaves. You will therefore need to start fertilizing them. While they are still young, use a half-strength solution containing a higher proportion of nitrogen and phosphorus, which will promote leaf and root development respectively. When the plants have matured and are about to enter the flowering phase, switch to a fertilizer that contains a higher potassium concentration. And that brings us to the end of our video showing you how to grow your own begonias from seed, cheaply and easily. Remember to download your copy of our ebook before you go, and we will see you in the next video.